if you actually want to go into filmmaking, you have to know how to edit, and you have to edit really well. Okay, no, not really well, but you have to be dedicated to editing. Before the video starts, please do not forget to actually smash subscribe down below and turn on that notification bell so you may join the notification squad and not miss a new upload from me here on the Incube, guys. Also, don't forget to like that, hit that like button, because that does a long way to making the YouTube algorithm love us and continue to promote these videos and continue to give you guys the quality content that you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, guys. And with that, let's get on with this video, becoming a filmmaker. For a moment I almost panicked because my laptop was not reading my hard drive, and I thought my hard drive was corrupted or my laptop was dead. And we got it to work. So today I'm excited to talk about what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about my editing process, how I edit, why I edit the way I edit, and what I use to edit. So today I'm talking about editing on Premiere Pro, because that's what I use to edit all my videos on and everything. And let's dive right into it, wasting no time. I don't want to make this video too long and everything. If you want to watch the video I am editing today, lovely to see your faces again, by the way. If you want to watch the video I'm editing today, you can check it out on YouTube. It's already there. Links on me up here if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description of my bio if you're watching this on Instagram. So basically, what are we talking about? We're talking about my workflow and everything. So let's dive right into Premiere Pro. Okay, we're in Premiere Pro now, and looking at my screen shows my recent projects and everything. This is what you basically see on the screen and everything. When you first dive into Premiere Pro, you won't see the projects because these are things I've done, but you will see welcome to Premiere Pro, your home screen, everything. My picture, because I've got an account for Adobe and everything, so store everything on the cloud for safety and backup. So we're gonna look at MM3. I'm gonna open it right up, and it's gonna take a bit of time to open because my laptop is really old and slow. So while it's taking time to open, I'm gonna be telling you guys basically about why I edit and how I edit. So in filmmaking, it's very important that you learn how to edit. Why am I saying you learn how to edit? Because editing is a very important part of filmmaking. There is making the film, there's editing the film. When you make the film, that's the creation part of it, the shooting, the vision, and everything. This is the editing part. When you're first starting out as a filmmaker, you have to know how to edit, because if you don't know how to edit, you're not gonna go far. You're not gonna be able to really bring your idea to life. So you have to know how to edit. I do not like the shadow, but it's sunset and I'm gonna have to talk faster because the sun is setting and I want to catch that, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so this has loaded up and everything, and I'm gonna go dive right back into it. But when it comes to editing, you have to realize that it takes time. Like I said yesterday, it takes time to really build and take consistency and constantly learning these things to continue building to a point where you're actually very good at this stuff and get to a point where you're advanced in that particular field. So let's dive right back into Premiere Pro, and I'm gonna show you MM3, March Madness 3 if you didn't watch it. And basically this is how I edited March Madness 3. When you jump into Adobe Premiere for the first time, basically you see a screen like this. It's the editing part of the screen. There are tabs up here: there's editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, libraries, all the different things. So basically what they are basically tabs to help you edit. So you can use assembly. Assembly is basically the first place you're going to start at to basically make your thing come together. Basically assembly is what you use to make your projects, like you put it in order and everything. Or you can use editing. I normally skip assembly and do my assembly in the editing tab, so I'm not gonna click on assembly to open that. So we're gonna look at the editing tab and everything. So it looks pretty daunting, but first thing to do obviously is to put your things in a folder. So you click on the little thing and the project folders comes up. Thing I don't know why I call it thing, but the arrows and the project thing comes up, and basically this is like the folder where you can put all your media, all your audio, everything. So as you can see, there's different folders. There's cars, there's a free YouTube subscribe button, there's the restaurant, there's vlog music, please work, that's the intro. There's the main video. The main video over here is basically what you'd see and what I'm building and everything. And then there's sound effects, motion graphics, and a lot of other audios and everything to just sync up the sound and the video. As I click, you see that different parts turn blue. So now I'm clicking on the timeline. This is the timeline of the actual editing, and this is basically where, if I zoomed out a bit, if it has to work. Yes, if I zoom out a bit, you'll see the whole video basically edited and everything already done. So I'm just gonna walk you through some of these things that I do when I start editing. So the first part of the video before the actual intro and everything is basically just a teaser. So the first part is me teasing to show people the rest of the video or parts of the video that I kinda like and everything, that I feel like would captivate an audience and make people want to watch the video more and further. And then obviously I put my intro because I already made it before. It's already set in its own bar and everything. So something to note is that when you're editing, you have to be able to label your files. So I labeled one as car and restaurant. As you can see up here, there's car and there's restaurant, for the simple reason that when it comes to editing, you want to make sure you have your things in order. So if you look at this part where there are all these small clips without any audios under them other than the green audio, which happens to be the music that I'm using, and you can see all these dots, basically me, you know, waveforming the music and making it go up and down, up and down. But if you look at all these things, this is basically the car part. So normally what I would do is I would make this whole highlighted section that I just highlighted, I would make it a different color so that I know that this is coming from the car folder than from the restaurant folder. A lot of these things actually, you know, end up making your editing flow easier. So when I do the rest of the project, I basically just put the clips in the order that I want to put them in the story that I'm making. As you can see, I put the intro first, then I go back talking about the friends and everything. I'm not going to show you everything and how I edited every single clip because that's just pointless. You know, it's kind of just self-explanatory. You put them in order and then you just edit them and put the color according to how you like. So after putting them in order in the editing tab, I normally go to the graphics tab. The graphics tab is where I put this thing where it's under red, because the red shows not rendered completely. This thing that's red, where I basically put your titles and everything else in the graphics tab. In the audio tab is where I fix the audio, make it sound more, where I make it sound better, where I make it sound more cinematic, and basically for that when you're listening it's clear and you can hear it and you're enjoying what you're hearing and it's not beating down on you like a drum. Last thing I do after that is I go to coloring. I don't usually use the effects because my effects tab, if I go back, is actually down here in the side panel where there's everything else like the projects. So I do my presets. So my coloring actually, in fact, that's like your color grading of your clips and all the different things. I do have set presets that I use for some of these clips that I actually have. Like if I click on activity or chat, you see that these are set presets that I use for the clips, and they actually change how the clip looks. So if I went here and I clicked chat and I waved it on top of that, you would see the color of this clip in the program changing like differently. So if I click Control Z, it would actually look different because it's changing depending on the preset I'm putting. And the same comes with my music. I have different presets for my music, like equalizer 1 and everything like that. So all of these help in making my workflow faster, easier, and basically making me work easier. Editing normally takes about 3 to 5 hours, maybe about 2 days if I'm really like being the editor and wanted to go really hard into it. So these are things to really consider when you're coming to edit. And guys, basically, if you want to actually watch this video, you can watch it on YouTube. I'm not going to make this long. Just there's a brief overview of like how I edit, why I edit, and basically the thing I do, like how I go from point to point to point. Yeah, that's basically it. So if you want to like know more and you want to like see me actually editing and see the like deep dive into it, you can actually just check it out on YouTube because I'm going to probably be doing that later on. But for today, guys, if you actually want to go into filmmaking, you have to know how to edit, and you have to edit really well. You know, not really well, but you have to be dedicated to editing. You have to realize that a lot of your time is going to be spent editing, because that's actually more time than in fact how much time you use when you're actually shooting. If sometimes you can shoot for like 3 hours and edit for like 8 to 10 hours. So you're going to spend a lot of time in front of your computer editing. So you have to realize and understand these things and know that over time you get better, faster, and more creative in your edits, and you'll be able to tell your story better. So don't neglect editing because it is very important in filmmaking. And I leave you with that. And until tomorrow, the last day of this series, I'm so excited. Until tomorrow, the Cube.